General Andrews,
And the Dream Stream presents Rapid Runs!
welcome on back, dreamers and new folk. This is a special edition of Rapid Runs Dream Race Recap. The Dream Races are intended to showcase individuals' talents ranging from a musical opening act, racing, speedrunning, and even challenge runs of their respective games on display. The fourth event of No Time November's Dream Races was Ninja Gaiden any percent and low percent for the NES on an Advantage pad by AriesFireTiger. Commentary for this run was done by Junkyard Dave. Let's see how it turned out. And then, Aries, which run are you doing first? Any percent or low percent?
Start with the any percent.
Okay.
We might need the extra wiggle time for the low percent in case anything
curious
goes wrong.
Okay. I was curious. I was like, which one's gonna feel better?
Is any percent or low percent on the Advantage harder? Which one is harder? Sorry.
They're both pretty terrible.
I can see that swinging either way legitimately, because any percent, like if you're actually going for like the SP boost and other strats like that, compared to low percent where you're just doing a completely different run. Because low percent is like, for people not familiar, that's basically sword only, right?
Yep. Only allowed to use the sword. We can't pick up health or the fire shield or time stopper. We can pick up weapons, we just can't use them.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, from my end, I'm good other than the fact of starting the timer and ending the timer. When does timer start?
Timer starts when we start moving on the first stage.
Okay.
It'll fade in a 3, 2, 1, and then it'll just be going.
Yeah, kind of like Contra.
And then end is when the timer hits 0, 0, 0 on bust.
Oh, right, that matters. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, cool. All right, let's see if this timer... Nope. Now the timer's on. Okay, you two. Well, you two are ready to take it away, and I'm going to go ahead and fade into the background.
Sounds good. Let's go.
So I guess right off the start.
One. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say right off the start, what is the real big changes between, and okay, let me ask that way better. Is there anything that you do in any percent using the Advantage compared to any percent using a standard brick control?
I don't think so. Originally, I just started doing it as a challenge to myself. Just to make it a little more interesting, because this thing sucks.
Yeah, no, I literally cannot imagine. But no, there is quite a bit of precision, I think, in like the normal traditional any percent route. So the fact that again you're intentionally taking that away is pretty interesting, I think, for my brain. So I guess the other question that I have right off the bat too is, like you mentioned, I guess later on bosses like with 𝐂𝐿𝐍𝐑, you can just like toggle like a turbo switch. How effective is that compared to like standard down mashing?
It's not. I haven't really messed with it that much, but it hasn't been good. So I just try and do it the regular way. You can actually get like 3 to 4 mashes. Oh.
I mean, that's pretty good for the
there.
Advantage. Because I know like absolutely optimal 𝐂𝐿𝐍𝐑, I'm like excluding the plate kill anyway, is 7 damage, I think, correct?
Something like that.
Because 6.
Those guys are crazy.
The new generation, for real, like the new generation of Ninja Gaiden runners are insane. Like Lane and Retro Runner.
You saw what Lane did. He's the only one that's done 1 cycle.
Yeah, no, one cycle is absurd. Like I cannot express how absurd that is for mashing. And to put that into like a very quick, brief kind of way is I ran Ninja Gaiden 2, and there's a quick kill in that game called Ashtar, and I asked Jimmy and Becco, Ashtar might be the hardest strat I've ever learned across any speedrun ever. And I asked Becco and Jimmy if there was a harder strat. And they actually said the plate kill for Jackio. So the fact that Lane up to that is like absurd. Like absolutely absurd. Because the plate kill is like, what, 2.5 rounds? Or 1.5, right?
Yep.
So, alright, so take us through what you're doing here. You're doing pretty good so far.
Oh. Missed to be pressed. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't press. The posts are not very good on the buttons here. So they'll stick inside the wells that are inside the controller's housing. Oh, we got it. That's really hard to do.
That's funny. Because I would argue and say like, uh-oh.
Oh. See, there's that A button just not working.
There you go. You get to shoot the shuriken the second time, I guess.
We'll try.
So what are some of the harder strats, specifically on the advantage, that maybe would be typically free using a brick control? Because when you said...
Oh.
When
How
you
did we
said...
miss- How did I miss that?
I don't know. But when you said, you know, like that shuriken, I would consider that shuriken pretty easy on any percent, so the fact that it's a really hard shuriken, or a difficult shuriken using the advantage, like, that speaks volumes to me already.
Play it safe. Get out of here. If you want to do any wall climbs are not exactly smooth either. They're either hit or miss.
I can't actually imagine how horrible wall climbs must be. Like, wall climbing is uncomfortable on a brick control to begin with, for sure.
Oh.
Whoa, the save, though. He basically grabbed thin air.
We're gonna play it super safe here just because of the health situation. And we're gonna switch to low percent strats for this one just because.
Yeah, the 0 lives, too. So it's kind of a scary situation to be. The game over in this game is pretty unforgiving. You would normally use the upfire here with the advantage.
Yep. That's part of the controller. I figure why not use it. Same thing with skipping to the cutscenes. I don't have to mash for those either. They just press the slow button.
So actually, what does this slow button do? I'm not familiar with this controller.
So the slow button is down here, and it just spams start.
Ah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because it was like a old-fashioned slow motion thing back then. I actually do remember that because there was like some kind of like weird VHS version of like Nintendo Power. And it actually highlighted the advantage because in Milan's Secret Castle, I never know how to pronounce that one, there was like some kind of like dragon boss or something. And they literally just casually said to beat it, just pull out the advantage and use like the slow motion function.
Play it safe like... there.
So, you pretty much go for everything, hey? Like,
yeah, pretty much.
So that alone speaks that there's no like alternate route or anything that you're doing. Because I was kind of wondering, you know, like maybe there's like strats you substitute because you're just not sufficient on the advantage. But
Nope, mostly just try to go for most of the stuff.
yeah, like this is any percent and actual any percent. Okay, maybe not that part. That's the advantage. So my brain, Act 6, would that be pretty hard then?
Act 6 is a little tough. It's not the ideal way that we want to go through there, but we're just making it work.
Did you, or are you a big fan of like joysticks, or is this just like a one-off thing where you just really wanted to use this thing?
No, I just, it was like $25 at the local retro shop. Well, what the hell? This looks like it'd be a good way to spice up some of the NES games. There we go. Hardest boss in the game here. Spin and win, baby!
The spin slash is absurd in Ninja Gaiden. To anyone that would be unfamiliar, I think it does. This is 1 damage per frame?
1 damage per frame.
Yeah, so it just absolutely melts through most bosses.
Man, you guys have no chill.
I can imagine this stage is pretty rough. Like Act 5 and 6 really kick it up a notch, both in the speedrun and I think casually. Especially this screen coming up after. Oh, you got the bird boost, shit on.
We'll grab the health.
See, a long time ago when I ran this, I think it's affectionately known as the lemon drop now, but it used to be called the Gates of Hell. Are we gonna see that?
No.
No, there's just no way to make that work on the advantage.
I'm sure you could do it. I can't do it.
That's probably one of the more riskier strats.
Oh, I missed that. Nympho. That's fine.
So what is your current PB using the advantage?
I think it's, for this category, 1509. Well, let's grab that health.
And then that's compared to what for any percent using a controller?
1258.
So it's almost like a 3-minute spread then. So if you had like the most godlike run on the advantage that anybody has ever seen before, how close could you get to your controller PB?
Oh, I don't know.
It's just a random mystery. The rule of me never know. Is SP boost the thing?
Not gonna happen.
Oh, pretty tricky then, huh? This is a really good Act 5. I mean, I kind of... I've said that many times. I can't imagine playing this on this controller, seeing what I'm seeing. So this is a really good Act 5, considering everything.
We're out of here. Up and over.
Funny enough, you can die to the pit on your right.
You sure can.
When I was like absolutely brand new to that game, I jumped in the air like slashing my sword thinking that I would just be taken care of by the end of the timer thing, and no, you just die. It's like, well, that's great. So Act 6, I think, is like traditionally probably one of the worst. I mean, like, it's literally hard, but hard in 90%.
Come on, we want that. We don't want that.
Yeah.
No, you guys go away. Go away.
Hey, you made it through. That's all you gotta go.
We got 2 bars of health and 0 lives. We're gonna do the smart thing.
Yep, that's a clever death there. For those that are unfamiliar, if you die in this game, you game over on 𝐂𝐐𝐍𝐑, or the shrimp guy? Demon? What is his actual name? I guess 𝐂𝐿𝐍𝐑 too. You actually get sent back all the way to 6-1, so you literally lose actual minutes in the speedrun. Your run is effectively dead at that point. But it is one of the cruelest, I think, game overs in any kind of NES game, especially if you're playing this casually. Like, if you can manage to get to 𝐂𝐿𝐍𝐑 and just suddenly die, you literally get sent back, like, what, 15 screens cumulatively or something like that? So it's,
I messed up and lost the spin flash.
Ah, yeah. We have a red shuriken.
So we're gonna do that. And then go.
Good old pacifist strats. I firmly believe if you ever learn Ninja Gaiden, learn that, how to deal with that bridge if you have a messed up sub-weapon. It is literally a lifesaver. That is like probably one of the most important strats you can learn. Is your PD with the advantage deathless?
It's been a little bit since I've played it on the advantage, so I don't exactly remember. Oh, and these guys want to climb around. We'll take another death here real quick.
Actually, that's a good question. I'm not sure if you know that because I don't. Is the US version easier than the Japanese version? Because I think they're the same for 1.
I think they are the same for 1.
And I think the only difference, if I remember correctly, is Japanese has like 2 or 3 items that are like literally different item placement, like in the candles and stuff. And then there's no other differences, but Ninja Gaiden 3 was made harder for the USA version. And then I'm unfamiliar with 2. I think they're the same game. I'm pretty sure they are the same game, actually. Minus obviously like Japanese text, but... So this is actually pretty good so far. I mean, there wasn't so many, you know, like NES advantage shenanigans in terms of like seemingly dropped inputs or something. So I think it's gone pretty well so far.
Not too bad. This is probably the part I hate the most.
Yeah, yeah, I can see actually. It's pretty easy to die on 𝐂𝐿𝐍𝐑. His body, I think, does like 3 or 4 damage to you, but his flames only do 1, correct?
Yep, he does 3 to you, his fireballs only do 1. Oh. Yeah. No, don't you dare.
It's close.
Got him.
There you go. Free! Absolutely free.
Free and easy.
Alright. This is the one that's a little bit scary though. So the shrimp are effectively random unless you get here on a very, very specific pace. Oh no, actually I think they're always random. You can cut the tail here to make this a little safer, but the shrimp do a huge amount of damage to Ryu as well. Okay, this is a pretty good kill. You're in there for sure. There you go.
Got him. Try and get started. Time.
Correct.
Wow, 1729.
Not bad at all.
Not bad.
At least I thought it was pretty awesome. Woo! Get some cheese in the chat for AriesFireTiger.
Woo!
No, that went really well. Like, the deaths that you took really weren't that punishing.
No, most of them were intentional, but we did take a bit of damage in some spots.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what, like, Ninja Gaiden, at least one is known for, is, like, Ryu being partial ping pong ball. The iframes in this game are ridiculously unforgiving, especially compared to 2. Like, I think they really looked at 2 and decided, okay, you know what, we made a mistake with 1. Because if you've ever played Ninja Gaiden 1, it's very possible you can get, like, hit, and then as you get hit and land, you literally get hit, and you go back and forth, and you just get, like, ricocheted into a pit or something. Whereas when they came out with 2, they very cleverly designed Ryu to be a little bit different, because if you get hit, your iframes don't start until you actually land on the ground. It's like, okay, somebody thought about this in Ninja Gaiden 2. So you can actually land, not get ping-ponged, recover, and then... yeah. So, maybe walk us through low percent. What is the main difference between any percent and low percent, and I guess how does that work again with the advantage?
1%, we don't get any sort of items or power-ups, and we use the turbo on let's see here, Act 1 boss, Act 2 boss, the Act 3 boss, the Act 5 boss, and the Demon Tail. So use the turbo a little bit more in this one.
You are good to go, or?
All right, I've got everything good over here, so let me know, folks, and I'm ready.
Ready.
Sure.
Let's go.
It is the same timing. There you go. So yeah,
You got it.
Sorry,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. That's fine.
I was gonna yell at Ryu. He's got to jump, man.
Yeah, low percent is an interesting category. I'm not as familiar with low percent as I am pacifist in any percent, but I have watched people run low percent before in the past anyway, and I've seen kind of like the route develop. And I don't know, like low percent is a very weird mixture because it borrows heavily, or at least it used to. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it used to borrow heavily from pacifist. So a lot of the pacifist strats, like pacifist only strats that you would see, kind of made their way into low percent as like a viable way of doing things, but still being able to kill enemies along the way. So, if you're not allowed to pick up potions, I'm assuming deaths are very intentionally routed in.
Yes, sir.
So where would you be taking deaths coming up then?
For sure, at the end of Act 6, just before Jackie-O. Other than that, only when we really need to. As long as you execute, you shouldn't really need to take any intentional death. Just the one at the end of Act 6 makes that final hallway, gives you a little more breathing room. So we can't grab the potion and keep going back to respawn it.
I really wanted to like state how hard it is to be even relatively consistent, I think, in this game, much less on the advantage. That's a great strat there. I've always liked kind of like that fire shieldless section right there. Very cool to see.
Pacifist boost. Oh, we're out of here.
Very slick boost. I like that boost a lot too. But no, you're making this look really good. It is really, really hard to be consistent in Ninja Gaiden in a sense. It's very easy to die in this game. So, I guess the question that I have immediately also seeing kind of like the turbo usage here is why when it comes to sword slashes? Because I can understand maybe when it comes to like the mashing, why turbo would be effective. At least if you're not quick when it comes to mashing, but are you not able to slash as fast just using the advantage over the turbo feature on the advantage?
I think you actually can slash faster with the advantage. You know what I should do is I should load up mashy sometime.
Yes.
And get some actual numbers.
No, I'd be really curious about that for sure. Like, for those unaware, that's kind of like a homebrew NES program that literally measures your mashing speed in like a variety of situations. But I'd be curious, because like some turbo functions weren't super fast back then. I'm not super familiar obviously with the advantage, but to me, like, it's not like Ryu can mash so fast with the turbo controller in this game that people, well, I mean, like, I guess like, they can. So, yeah, sorry, I guess like I'm badly wording that. Because if you're actually down slashing and canceling, then mashing speed matters, I think. But if you're just standing there, I don't think standing slashes have the same properties. Like it's not like you can mash super fast just standing and slashing like that. Whew, that was a close sword slash. Yeah, as Angie said, the advantage is normally a disadvantage.
Ow. Really? Bam! That was whack.
It's okay, the scenery is nice in this stage.
So much cottage cheese.
Yeah, no, some of those deaths are really rough in this game. Is this Wisconsin? Yes. Yes, it is.
You know, funny enough, I am streaming from Wisconsin.
Okay, so there you go. This is actually what it looks like outside right now.
Oh!
Ooh.
Rude.
Denied.
That was the no. Goodness.
So what are some of the low percent kind of exclusive strategies that you don't see in Pacifist or any percent? Or
If
just
we
any
could-
percent?
If we could get to this boss, and the next boss, there's a little bit of mashing that you can do. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're out of here. Let's see what we can do here.
Goodbye, Wisconsin. No.
That's not gonna help. go.
Wow, the bravery. I can respect that. Jumping in at 1 health like that.
Just go for it.
It's actually really easy to get hit there. Or absolutely trade in the worst situation. Because a standard kill actually does involve a trade there.
That's fine.
Man, the reach on that sword hit. You're like literally standing across this.
Oh, fudge.
Ah, whatever. Resets your game over anyway.
Yep. Hit the wrong button.
It's okay, we need a slow motion entering back into reality. So what were these strats that you were talking about then?
Oh. Apparently the A button not pressing strats. There he goes again.
Alright, now we're seeing the full advantage of the advantage, I think. So that first run was a lot more graceful. I appreciate you, right? You're just standing there and getting shot into a pit.
Let's play it safe.
Alright, you are free. So if you were to maybe quantify like how unresponsive it sometimes is with like button presses being eaten, you know, like percent wise, is it like a 10% thing on this controller, 20%?
It really varies. It depends on how you actually press down the button.
Because it's like this weird mix, just watching it, of pretty responsive, like way more responsive than I thought it would be, to, okay, that's exactly what I thought it would be like.
Trying to stay in the middle, but it's not always working out.
Can we call that ladder climb the advantage ladder? Where you just jump, you don't grab the ladder at all.
I'm down for it. Oh, you know what? It's not any good.
I was thinking, because 4 health, getting all the way to the boss and then getting a game over again is going to send you pretty far back. Although, oh yeah, no, this is low, this is technically low percent. I was like, you have this spin slash. No, you don't. So yeah, I can see why the death was there.
Oh, but there we go.
Getting juggled by those Tysons is sometimes a really bad time.
Since we took so much damage there, we're gonna do that for this boss, because this boss can do a lot of damage to you very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I can see that changing very quickly between kind of like any percent. We have the spin slash, because this is the dog boss, and it can get out of control really quickly. Like, the dogs do a lot of damage and they spam those projectiles. And there's a fake one and there's a real one. I'm pretty sure if you kill the fake one, I've never actually killed the fake one, but I'm pretty sure it just respawns, or does it?
Sometimes it does, sometimes it spawns too, sometimes it doesn't do anything.
Alright, Act 5.
That boss is very janky.
What gives you issues on the advantage in particular with him?
The mashing that you gotta do for him. But I meant he was janky in that, you never know, he could explode into like 2 or 3 different enemies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, he's a real big pain.
Out of here.
That was a really good Act 5.
Oh.
Or I should say 5-1, there's still more Act 5 to come.
Like that part there.
Dude, immediately commentator curse. Like, I say, hey, it's really good, and you just jump into a pit.
Get it out there.
So would you consider low percent or any percent with the advantage harder?
Probably any percent.
Really?
I mean, there's still a lot of precise stuff here, but any percent, god dang it.
You should just run the rest of the run like that. That's amazing. See, like, the best part about that is, like, the sound that it makes, too.
Back to this, but... No.
The bat. They say, like, that slow function is, like, literally the sound of cheating. So, I'm assuming Ninja Gaiden obviously wasn't the intended kind of like use for this thing. When it came out originally, what was it supposed to be used for? Like, was it aimed at like certain kinds of games, or is it just kind of like power glove?
I grabbed that info.
Invalid. Cancel everything.
That's right.
That's okay. I didn't see anything if you didn't see anything.
I think they wanted it more for your arcade games and your shoot 'em up games. Oh, you know what? We're doing that.
Does this thing, like, if you played Galaga or something on it, is it actually decent?
You know, since I bought it, all I've done is use it to play games that it wasn't meant to be played with.
That's I could maybe imagine Galaga or something. Like, straight up. Oof, man. The juggling is real.
Spawn that guy and let him run away.
Was that forward boost intentional?
No.
Okay. I was like, dude, I've never seen that before. Like, I had no idea you could boost forward through those enemies. But there you go. That's like literally the advantage of the advantage. You just do stuff like that. That's actually cool. Like, I don't know if that's happened to you before. That's never happened to me ever running this game. That'd be cool if you could replicate that. Like, there's some extreme jank when it comes to Ninja Gaiden games, both in 1 and in 2. I'm unfamiliar with 3 anyway. Where if you have like 2 enemies that kind of share the same hitbox, and one of them hits you, how Ryu gets hit off of that enemy is like wildly different. So I'm assuming that's kind of what happened there, because there's 2 guys in close proximity with each other.
That's
You literally killed my father. Nice cutscene end.
We missed the 3 cycle on that boss. You could actually get him at 3 cycles.
Have you ever tried using the turbo slow motion function, to kill like the demon or any of these bosses?
Oh, I haven't used the slow motion for that yet. I wonder if we can mess with it and see what happens.
I don't know, I'd be curious if that actually makes it better or substantially worse.
Probably worse. It probably wouldn't be any faster. Oh. Yeah, you guys go away. Oh, that's not good. See, that doesn't work out because we get a damage boost to that spot.
Yeah, normally you grab the spin slash or whatever there. You definitely grab...
You can do a really consistent damage boost through there. You kill these guys first, then you just keep going forward, jump there, you're out of there.
Very smart. So in low percent, are all like items and candles and stuff 100% skippable, or is there any that are like absolutely in your way and you have to get them?
That's a good question. There's probably also like probably aren't in your way.
I like how that dude did not want to despawn for some reason. Nice boost.
I had to do it at least once.
Yeah, this run is very unforgiving.
Got enough lives. Got enough health.
Nice bird boost.
Sir?
Nice green guy in the face. Yeah, that bird boost is sometimes a little bit scary to go for.
This is a little difficult.
Just even getting down the ladder.
I don't know how big that gap is, but it's not very big.
That's a pretty clever despawn there. Like walking back and then walking forward to get rid of that guy.
Got him.
So we meet again, 𝐂𝐐𝐍𝐑. Ooh, man, some of those like mash strings that come out. Slicing 𝐂𝐐𝐍𝐑 like 1 or 2 times.
Get away, fireballs.
Yeah, this is where it's rough. When he kind of spawns them on top of you like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's no good.
Yeah, this is the worst death. This is. Sorry?
We're going a bit over time now.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst one. This is why this game is like literally so unforgiving back then. If you casually got here and you died to any one of the 2 forums and you game over, they sent you all the way back here. Which I'm actually going to count internally because I think it was something like 15 screens or something. So it's absolutely crazy. And originally it was kind of debated if it was intentional or not, but I think there was some kind of like director, producer that later on ended up mentioning it was very unintentional. Like it was just like an error in the coding.
Come on, get up there, bro.
Your consistency with this strat is really good.
Ooh, how did that bird not get me? We'll take that route this time. Got 2 health to take one of those and one of those.
So I think
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh man, you can literally see how brutal this is with the advantage. Alright. I think everything is fine. You waited to spawn that guy in a certain way?
Give my wrist a little break.
I see. So do you feel, I guess, using the advantage more than like a standard brick control?
You come here. Oh, dang it. So that's not good.
Right. Right. I forgot you actually maintain your health going into Jackio again.
And this is why low percent is really the worst.
I see that. It's a pretty rough finish there. Hello, 6 again.
Do I keep going, Mr. Andrews?
Yeah, you can go. Yep.
Fair enough.
You haven't hit the 2-hour threshold, so you
It's okay, the third time is a charm, right? That's why that saying exists. So, how would you say it? Is this kind of like typical of what a run would be like on the advantage? Because the first run was really solid. Like very kind of like minimal errors and stuff.
Yeah, I'd say this is more typical, and I think it'd also say we're gonna die right here. Oh, made it through. No!
No! The spawns are so dumb in this game sometimes. Man, that guy is a jerk.
Come on. Oh, you want to grab the ladder, bro.
Alright, we're in good shape. Man, this is definitely...
Stop juggling me, bros.
Yeah. It's pretty quick how this can turn. You know, I honestly completely forgot when you enter 𝐂𝐐𝐍𝐑 that you actually retain his health. Because you never see that obviously in any percent, because you just kill 𝐂𝐿𝐑, and same with the other categories. Like, you never really speedrun it, kill 𝐂𝐿𝐑, or die to 𝐂𝐿𝐑 rather, and come back. So that completely caught me off guard. But I guess that explains why you take deaths there in low percent.
You jerk. He doesn't... a lot of the times that guy will throw his sickle or his axe or whatever he's got there, and you'll be fine just walking off there. And other times he's just a big jerk.
Is he technically affected by the global timer in this game?
Probably.
Because I know the Hammer Brothers are very much affected by that. In like certain frames, but I don't know, like, otherwise, because I think he can't be, maybe. Because otherwise Act 5 would be horrible. That's a pretty slick maneuver, making that thing jump to the left as well.
Come on, get out of here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna close this one out. This is a little ridiculous now.
Yeah,
if you do feel that you're getting that point, that's totally okay as well.
We'll give it one more shot here.
Can we kind of hype him up a little bit, chat? I believe. I definitely believe. I think so. You got this for sure. No, this is brutal. Like, any percent just by itself is brutal. So I can completely understand from just the point of view, seeing what's going on here, like how hard it would be on the advantage. Because I had runs like this where it's like I got to the end and I would massively die, obviously doing any percent. I just like die in stage 6 or like die on 𝐂𝐿𝐑. And I was not using this controller. So. So where's the last time that you can take kind of like a death abuse before you get sent back?
There.
Oh yeah? Just doesn't want to climb the ladder apparently. 𝐂𝐿𝐑, you do that. That's a very strange death. Because you technically transitioned to the screen there. Alright. I believe this is the one. So actually, the one thing that I don't really know is if you game over technically on 𝐂𝐐𝐈𝐏𝐿, nothing changes in terms of flags or anything like that. Like, can you still die the screen before 𝐂𝐿 and not get sent back, or does that change after you game over on the final bosses at all?
Sure. I think you're fine.
Because I've actually never been in a situation where I game overed on 𝐂𝐿 but then continued. I just reset, obviously. So I'm actually not sure about that. See? This guy's not being a jerk. He knows it's the run. Ooh, it's a dangerous ladder climb. He was thinking about dropping that ladder. There you go. We got some health. We got some lives. It was a nice slash to the fireball too.
Mother. Damn it.
Oh,
Really?
dang, 1 health.
The advantage won.
Well, that was a very valiant effort.
Yeah, that was so gosh darn close. Wow. Woo-wee.
Man. It's so brutal, bros.
Oh no, great job though. Great job. You were showing it off like crazy.
Well, you know what? There's a neat duality between these two runs, because the first run, I would say you honestly knocked it out of the park. And any percent went really well. And then it showed the ugly side of, I guess, the advantage in this one. So
It really did. The first run, I really didn't have a problem with dropped inputs. And the second one has just been filled with them.
I mean, that's actually a very neat showcase, unintentionally anyway.
Yeah, that was awesome. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here, Aries. How to even beat Ninja Gaiden the first time around on that thing? Kudos to AriesFireTiger for putting on a show, playing a near impossible challenge and entertaining us all along the way. That was exciting. Our next live event for the Dream Race will be Jumpstart January on Tuesday, January 18th at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Want to watch live? You can stream with us right now at twitch.tv/GeneralAndrews. Remember to like, comment, watch the whole damn video, and subscribe.